Well, author Thomas Wolfe wrote, "You can't go home again." Tell that to basketball great LeBron James. He's returning home to play once again for Cleveland.
Yeah, so this got us to thinking, you know, would you ever return to a previous employer? What are the pluses and the minuses out there? So motivational speaker and business expert Jeff Havens joins us today with some insight.
Good to see you.
Good to see you guys. How are you doing?
Great.
Excellent.
Well, what do you think? You think it's a good idea or a bad idea?
Well, I mean, I think it's a good idea in the sense that you almost always are going to come back for more money. I mean, if you've left a job and for some reason the employer's like, hey, we really miss you, you should come back, you're in a great position to negotiate a higher salary, better benefits, whatever like that, which is exactly what LeBron did. He's coming back probably at the salary cap, right, for the NBA. And a friend of mine did that in Texas. Same thing, worked at a company. He's a computer wizard guy, left for another one. They hired him back in at a higher level for higher pay. So I think there's a definite positive to it if you can swing it.
How about the negatives?
I was going to say, I have a really hard time imagining that everything's going to be smooth and happy. You know, like, so goodbye, I don't like you people.
Right.
These people are paying me better, or they're nicer, or whatever. Just never mind. And then, oh, hey, no, you remember that thing? No, it's cool. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. So I feel like LeBron's going to have some trouble in the locker room. There can be some burned jerseys waiting for him when he opens his locker.
He had to do that with the owner.
Yeah. Had a huge fight, I think, and now they're pretending it's, I mean, it's money for them, right? So it's no big deal. But I feel like at any job, and my friend in Texas kind of had the same thing. He came back, but there were, the environment was different. The atmosphere was there was just a little more tension, I think, and that's probably going to happen when you've left and then you've come back in a different way at a different position. So.
I would imagine if there's enough time in between it, you know, that time heals all wounds kind of thing, don't you think?
I think so. I just have a hard time, so I'm divorced, and I have a hard time imagining going back into that marriage and being like, you know that thing we did, that divorce, like this, you know, just pretend that didn't happen. So I'm not sure that it heals all wounds, but I think a lot of them. I think for most people it can be a very positive experience.
And I was reading something. This seems to be happening more because employers are having a hard time finding qualified people. They know that you can do the job.
Right.
Come on back.
Yeah, the skilled labor shortage is a really interesting phenomenon, because you always hear about high unemployment, you always hear about there's not enough people to fill the jobs, but really the issue is there's not enough skilled people to fill the jobs. And I think a lot of times employers, you know, like all of us, we don't really appreciate what we have until it's gone. So if somebody leaves for a better opportunity, then you realize, oh, this person really was doing a lot more than I thought they were, and the person I replaced them with isn't quite measuring up. And so, yeah, you can come back and say, see, told you I was awesome. Yeah. And then you usually get paid, you know, a little bit better than you could before.
But how do you deal with the coworkers that you used to work with and now you're working with again?
I think there's a lot of legitimate reasons to come back. I left for family reasons. I left for career opportunities. I think very few people are going to have a problem with you leaving for either of those reasons. Then if you've come back home because a family member got sick and I left for 3 years, but now I'm just back home, then I don't know why anybody's going to have a problem. And some people are going to have a problem with anything, of course, but they're going to feel like the 3 years you spent away from that job, apparently you just didn't do anything, which isn't true, and obviously your employers know that because they're hiring you back. So yeah, you're going to have a couple people who don't like you, but I think most people will understand.
You're not forcing your way in the door. You've been hired.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're getting married in a month?
I am getting married a month from today.
So you're going back home again.
Second time's the charm. Yes.
Not the same one. No. Jeff, great to see you again.
Oh, thanks very much.
See you soon.
Too.